Visit tcgcastle.com and get 5% discount on your first purchase with TCGcenter 5 code. Hit the like button and share this video to enter competition for Salamence CX card. Make sure to leave a comment below and to check tomorrow's video to see if you're a winner. How's it going, guys? Once again, welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. In today's video, we'll be looking at Greninja BREAK featuring Starmie and Talonflame, the deck list for expanded format. So yeah, it's very interesting build with a Starmie as a tech. So we all know what Greninja BREAK does, we all know what Greninja can do, we all know what is Talonflame, but Starmie is from the evolution. It's not that familiar card to newer players, but maybe to some also older players. But basically, Starmie is a 90 HP water Pokemon. 1 retreat cost, weakness on the grass of course, and space beacon ability. So once during your turn, you might discard a card from your hand, and if you do that, you can put 2 energies from a discard pile back into your hand. So I feel like this card is this Pokemon is very good. It's very good because, especially in expanded format, you can easily grab 2 energies without playing something like a Fisherman. So, for example, you can grab, instead of Fisherman, Lysandre with your V-Seeker, Lysandre one of your opponent Pokemons on the bench, and take advantage of the Lysandre instead of the Fisherman. So, in my opinion, that's good. In order to do that, you need to discard 1 card from your hand, so that can also help you to discard some cards like a Talonflame, because you don't want to recycle your Talonflames back into your deck, so that can also be a good advantage. So with 20 Pokemons and 30 trainer cards, I have 10 energies, 10 more space for 10 energies. So 4 Talonflames as a main starter, so we really want to take advantage of the Talonflame Aero Blitz, so I go with 4 copies of Talonflame. In order to that, I also add 1 copy of Battle Compressor, because once I start with the Talonflame, I can just Battle Compress the other 3 Talonflames, and then I don't need to worry too much about Talonflames anymore. But also with the Battle Compressor, I can discard some other cards like Ace Trainer, like Lysandre, like a Sycamore, or whatever I need to use with my V-Seeker multiple times. 3 copies of Frogie's, and 1 copy of Staryu, so I have 4 basic Pokemons. With 4 copies of Froakies, I guess I would have 2 big chances to start with either way Froakie or Staryu, so I didn't want to add 4 Froakies. So 4 Froakies, 3 Froakies, 4 Frogadiers with a water duplicate of course, 4 Greninjas, just a pure Shadow Snitching and Moonlight Slash Greninja without Water Shuriken Greninja from the X and Y, because it had 1 retreat cost, so we really don't want to start with it in front. And of course with 3 copies of Greninja BREAK with John Water Shuriken. So 1 copy of Staryu and 1 copy of Starmie with the Space Beacon. As I mentioned, if we can set up Starmie on the bench without Garbodor around, each turn I can have 2 John Water Shurikens if I had 2 Water Energies in my discard pile without any problems. Plus I can still go for like 80, 60 with Moonlight Slash, the Pent, and of course even with the Shadow Snitching if I really need. In my opinion, very good. Basically, most times you're going to be able to use 2 John Water Shurikens for 120, for example, to your opponent active EX if he have a 180. And with Shadow Snitching, you can go for like a 40 and add 20 more with the Muscle Band, which is going to be enough for the 1-hit knockout. So that's also a good sign. Against GXs, we can still use Muscle Band and go with the Moonlight Slash for like 100, putting energy back into our hand, and 2 John Water Shurikens will be 220. That's gonna be almost enough to knock out almost every GX, like a Tauros GX, like a Lunarless GX, and whatever those new GXs are named. To be honest, I still don't know those names because I don't have them in my game. But yeah, pretty much, I already mentioned 1 Battle Compressor, so some other cards that I have are 4 copies of Dive Ball. It allows me to search my deck for any water Pokemon, 2 copies of Level Ball of course, and I also decide to add 1 copy of Ultra Ball. I don't like the new Evolution Ball that actually allows you to flip 2 coins, and for each head you can search your deck for a Evolution Pokemon. It's a 50-50 chance, so I really don't like it. It's something like a Dual Ball, but I simply don't like it because I much more prefer Ultra Ball, discarding 2 cards, or just pretty much Dive Ball. So yeah, I just don't like that new ball. 1 copy of Sacred Ash and 1 copy of Super Rod to recycle away energies or Pokemons. 1 copy of Startling Megaphone, of course, it's an expanded format, so we can play that Startling Megaphone and we don't need to worry too much about annoying Garbodor. I decided to add Town Map as a tech because it's a pretty good card. It allows you to face up your price cards, so you can actually see what price cards are in your price, and you can just easily pick any card that you really need. 4 copies of V-Seekers, of course, to play supported from your disco pile into your hand. 2 copies of Rough Seas. I decided to go just with 2 copies of Rough Seas because Trevenant, it's still playable, but probably it's not going to be that playable with new GXs. I mean, I still like Trevenant a lot, but with Talonflame, you have much better chance to play against Trevenant, and 2 Rough Seas can be more than enough in my opinion. 1 copy of Ace Trainer is a supporter card, supporter line for Drove. Of course, I have also 2 copies of N and 4 copies of Professor Juniper. In addition to my tech supporter cards, I decided to add 1 Fisherman because it's always good. Sometimes we will not be able to play Starmie, so Fisherman makes a lot of sense. And of course, 1 copy of Lysandre. From tool cards, I decided to add 1 Float Stone just in case of my Starmie, so I can have a Float Stone attached in it. To be honest, also a card that can be considered as a tech is definitely Escape Rope. I like Escape Rope a lot. I even like more Escape Rope than the Float Stone, but the fact is that sometimes Float Stone might be a better option because you might not be able to avoid 2 times Lysandre, for example, from your opponent if he cannot knock you out, but he can just buy a third maybe Lysandre in your Starmie, for example. Then you need to attach energy manually from your hand, and if you already don't have attached energy to your Greninja, you're not going to be able to use Shadow Stitching or Moonlight Slash. But if you play smart, you can always avoid that situations. But as I mentioned, that Escape Rope can actually allow you to use 3 times Jar with the Shurikens if you have 3 Greninjas in play, because if you have 1 Greninja in the active position, you can Jar with the Shuriken, then you can retreat to another one, and then you can just Escape Rope to the 3rd one. And with Starmie, you can easily perform a triple Jar with the Shuriken, which is just insane. That's 180 damage, but probably that's not going to happen that often. It's gonna probably happen maybe once in 10 games, but not that often, so I feel like a Float Stone might be a better option. But on the other side, you can also with Escape Rope force your opponent to promote something else in the active position, so it's pretty much up to you. So you can choose between Float Stone or Escape Rope. It will depend on your game style and on your current local meta. I also decided to run 2 copies of Muscle Bands because with the Muscle Band I can easily strike with the Moonlight Slash for 80 plus 20, and I can one-hit knock at my opponent Garbodor, so I don't need to worry too much about Garbodor and Garbotoxin anymore, so I can just use my Jar for the Shuriken's turn after that. More than that, 10 energies, 2 of them are going to be Splash Energies, and that's just because I'm running 4 copies of Talonflames. If I don't run a Talonflame build, I would probably stick running like 4 Splash Energies and 6 regular basic Water Energies, but since I'm running 4 copies of Talonflames, if I start turn 1 with a Talonflame, and if I'm starting 2nd on that turn 1, I simply want to use my Aeroblitz, and I really need that Water Energy card. So if I have more Splash Energies, that's going to be a less chance to hit that Aeroblitz, so that's the reason you don't want to do that. And of course, 8 basic Water Energies for those John with the Shurikens, and anything else we need to use like Aeroblitz or Moonlight Slash or Shadow Snitching. So overall, very good list in my opinion. I tested a lot and I have a lot of success with it, so I can't wait to play it in my local tournament. I really like the fact that Starmie is a very nice tech in this deck. It can always help you to have that extra 2 energies in your hand, so that's just amazing. As I mentioned earlier at the beginning of this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, and of course to leave comment below in this video, sorry for that, to get a chance to win this Salamence EX card. I will actually pick randomly one of my subscribers who actually entered this giveaway tomorrow, and basically the person will win that Salamence CX. And from now on, in every of my new videos, I'm gonna give away one cool card, so you should definitely subscribe and get a chance to win something for your deck or collection. If you're also looking for any of these cards, you can find them on TCGcast.com. TCGcenter 5 code will also help you to get 5% discount on your first purchase, so make sure to check that. So let's do some game test finally with this deck, so you can actually see how it works in the action and what is good, what is bad inside, so you can actually determine if you need to change something or not. So see you in the game. Alright guys, let's do this. My opening hand is not the best. I mean, it's good opening hand, but no energy card. So that's the thing that actually considered me a little bit. So hopefully top deck is gonna be energy card. Or at least, oh my gosh. So it is. Okay. Definitely energy to Froakie. And I'm gonna pass. I'm definitely gonna pass because a Selgor is on the other side with deck and cover. And this is gonna be one very hard matchup for me. I can smell that. Greninja is weak. He can also leave me paralyzed and poison, and I think he can strike for like a 50 and leave you paralyzed and poison. Not 100% sure, but we'll definitely find out. So far, I see 2 prize cards with John Water Shurikens and Dead Jirachi on the bench, which is a good thing. But more than that, there is Frogadier, Greninja, oh, Trevenant also. Yeah, even that. Even Idolock. Ascension is definitely gonna be it. So 1 item lock for now. And also he have that Float Stone. So unfortunately I cannot play my item cards, but I can play my supporter cards. But for now I'm gonna just use my water duplicate. Try to duplicate 3 Frogadiers. This is just perfect. This looks just gorgeous. 4 Frogadiers, turn 2 in play with Staryu on the bench. So that's just fantastic. Alright, so there is Shelmet with the double course energy, so can he find that a Selgor to use deck and cover and knock out basically my Frogadier? We shall see. And then the problems will actually start to appear with that Trevenant in the front. But luckily I have Greninja already in my hand, so all I really need to do is play my end, get myself 6 new cards, try to get energy, or even Starmie. So I can grab energy for my discard pile with the Starmie, Space Beacon, and that's gonna be just enough for me. So Trainer's Mail for Colress. So far I'm not seeing a Selgor, and there we go, there is a Level Ball for 1 Selgor, so this is gonna be deck and cover for 50, yes, I was correct. Since I'm also weakness, that's gonna be 100. Okay, so I'm gonna promote my Frogadier in the front. Luckily, Greninja is already ready. And what a nice top deck this was. Yeah, I'm gonna play Anne just because I want to keep my resources for now. Unfortunately, I cannot use the advantage of my Muscle Band. But what I can do is strike my opponent for 80. Yeah, I can go with my Shadow Snitch, but I don't feel comfortable for now doing that, so I'm gonna just hit for 80. Even next turn, or this turn, if he can somehow paralyze me, I can always evolve into my Greninja Break, and then this is gonna be a huge advantage for me. I'm gonna be able to retreat for free I'm also gonna be able to use my John Water Shuriken. Even if I'm paralyzed, I can use John Water Shuriken, which is just broken. I don't like that. I wish they have original Pokemon powers, where when you're affected with special condition, you're not allowed to basically... You're not basically allowed to... what should I do here? Let's just go with the Shadow Snitch for like a 40. You're not allowed to use your abilities. So I knocked out that Trevenant and I pulled N here, so I'm kind of happy with that. So another Shellmet for my opponent. Will it be a Selgor? Yes, it will be. So there is double course energy, deck and cover will gonna happen. This is a Morello. And V Seeker for Professor Juniper. So he definitely need that Trevenant. Okay, so I took 100 damage right now and I'm also paralyzed and poisoned, so I'm gonna first use my Rough Seas. Then I'm gonna play my Muscle Band, which is gonna go to my Banched Frogadier. Of course, I'm gonna also attach one energy, then I'm gonna play my Ultra Ball for N and Talonflame. And of course, it's gonna be for Greninja Break, no doubt about that. So I can use one of my John Water Shurikens. Luckily, I have energy in my hand. It's gonna be a 60 down to that Shellmet, and I think from now on, this game is probably over for my opponent. There's also Fisherman, but I'm gonna play my Professor Juniper because I want to set up my Starmie and also try to find a Float Stone, which is very important. So there is Battle Compressor, one Talonflame, and I guess I can also discard Ace Trainer and Lysandre. So I'm gonna put my Muscle Band here, I'm gonna play my Dive Ball, of course it's gonna be for Starmie. And then I can play 2 V-Seekers, but for now I'm gonna just play one, which is gonna be for Lysandre, just in case, if I will need it. And that's it. This is gonna be, this is gonna be Shadow Snitching for 60. And yeah, pretty much I prevent my opponent from being able to play those abilities. And there's another Talonflame for me. Okay, so Tool Scrapper. I lost 2 tools, one from Starmie, one from my active Greninja Break. There is one special charge just for the single double course energy, and there is one Super Rod. I still need to pull like 3 prize cards, but right now I'm in a much better position. Illuminate, once during your turn you might search your deck for a grass Pokemon really put into your hand. So this is something like a Sunflora from the Hard Gold Soul Silver era. Very good card, very good card. I really like it. It's a very good card. There's also, okay, there is a Verbank City double course energy will be for that Trevenant, and this is gonna be for item lock, of course. Alright, there we go, there is a Trevenant. So, what should I do here? I should definitely go for that Jirachi. Let's see, is it worth to play my Sacred Ash? I wouldn't say so, so I'm just gonna use my V-Seeker for that Professor Juniper. Right now I can use my John Water Shuriken, spread 6 damage counters to his Jirachi. Then I'm gonna use my Space Beacon just in case for that Talonflame, and I'm gonna attach one energy manually from my hand to one of my Pokemons that I have in play. That's gonna be down to my Starmie, just in case if I will need to retreat. And of course, another Shadow Snitching will be enough for the knockout, so I can strike for 40 and still prevent my opponent being able to use those abilities. And for next turn, all I really need is basically to use John Water Shuriken and strike for like a 60 or 80 and knock out his Trevenant or this some kind of the Japanese name, Shinchonik, okay, whatever it is. So that's it. Basically, that's it. All I really need to do is use my John Water Shuriken, spread 6 damage counters to his active Pokemon, and I can strike for like a 40 with my Shadow Snitching, which will be enough to knock out and for my last prize. So definitely Starmie was a good take in this build, as you can see. It helps a lot, so I definitely like it. Alright guys, so time to call heads and time to lose the coin flip. So gonna start second probably, but it's not bad to go second just because I can use advantage of my Aero Blitz. Oh, this stings very hard. I'm starting with my Staryu here. I'm gonna need something like a Float Stone because I'm gonna be in the deep. Yeah, we all know what. So for me, best thing is to find definitely water energy at least here, so I can retreat my Staryu. Oh la la, Bronzor on the other side. I really hope I'm gonna find that Float Stone somehow. Yeah, I really need it. I really need it. Starting with the Staryu is definitely the worst possible start I could get. But on the other side, even my opponent didn't get something good here. Do I even have Float Stone in my deck? The answer is yes, I have. So I'm helping right now to my opponent with this end, but it is how it is. I really need it. I really need it, and I kind of like that. So there is Battle Compressor. Of course, it's gonna be for 3 Talonflames, so I can just get rid of them. I'm gonna play my Town Map. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, flip a coin. Flip a coin and try to strike for like a 40, 30, whatever. 30 damage, not bad, not bad. If he's not gonna be able to evolve or retreat, I can knock him out and then I can just get myself something like a water energy for that water duplicate. So far looks promising, but on the other side there is a Ultra Ball, which is going to be for Shaman. But what the heck? Will there be a Skyfield or not? Yeah, it will be a Skyfield. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So basically, if he can somehow knocks me out, which he probably can, because all he really need are Float Stone and 2 Bronzongs in play. And then he can just simply go for that Metalings ×2 and for the 100 damage with that Rapid Blaster. I'm gonna be definitely in Deep Hurricane after that, so there is also Fighting Fury Belt and the first Bronzong. And looks like he might not be able. Oh, Sycamore for 7, okay. So still he needs that Float Stone and another piece of puzzle, which is gonna be another Bronzong. There is the first Metalings. A first Metalings and Keldeo for the Rushing, so my turn, my top deck, which is not that great. I wish I can use my Star Freeze here. Not gonna be able to do that, so I'm gonna retreat. I mean, what I need to do here is basically discard my Greninja. And this actually hurts a lot. But at least I can get that energy and I can water duplicate. So, 2 more Frogadiers. I mean, I was forced to discard my Greninja. I could wait for like a turn more and then just water duplicate. I didn't, so I'm definitely in huge disadvantage, but for now, for example, Starmie actually helped me a lot. And there is another Metal Links, so 4 energy already on this Bronzong, and actually on that Genesect. And this is gonna be basically AZ for the Keldeo, and Rapid Blaster for 100, of course, very easily. And right now is basically risk. What should I promote in the front? It all depends what I can top deck, so I'm thinking about promoting in the front my Frogadier and hope to find top deck the Seeker or Professor Sycamore. It's just gonna be a Rough Seas, which is gonna help more my opponent than to myself. So I'm looking to lose 1 more Frogadier, but the game is definitely not over yet. I'm passing my turn. Oh, so he played N. Okay. And I just took 3 Greninja breaks. Well, this is the bad side of the Greninja break, unfortunately. This is the bad side of the Greninja break, unfortunately. You can pull everything like crazy, but you can then just draw pretty much nothing. So another Rapid Blaster. It's gonna be for 110. It's definitely time for that Froakie and for the bubble. I'm gonna try. Yep, I'm gonna try. Startling Megaphone. Just because I can. Bubble will be for heads. So without Float Stone or AZ, he's definitely... He can definitely play Rashin and then V-Seeker for AZ. Or simply Skyla for Float Stone, and I actually discarded my Starling Megaphone, so... Yeah, definitely. Well played. Why did I do that? I don't know, I have 3 Greninja breaks, but I don't have Greninja in play. So he didn't have the access to the Lysandre, so basically I was even able to wait for like a turn more with those water duplicates at the beginning of the game, but I actually didn't. So I'm gonna promote another Frogadier in the front. Yeah, I'm basically trying to do all my best here. V-Seeker gonna be top deck, so it's not that black here, everything. I'm gonna end for 6, put my opponent down to 3, maybe find... You gotta be kidding me here. Yeah, I'm definitely looking for that Greninja. There is no doubt about that. But more than that, I simply cannot do too much. So basically, I can retreat down to my Starmie and let my opponent to knocks me out. But before he actually knocks me out, I'm gonna simply use my Space Beacon and take the advantage using those energies into my hand and passing my turn. Another Genesect is already ready. Another Genesect is already ready. And there is a V-Seeker, and this is going to be another N. So, another N. Hopefully for me, something good. But if I was somehow able to get my Greninja break right now into play and to output more damage counters to his Genesect and maybe turn 2, knock him out somehow. I mean, turn after this, I might be in a good position, but right now, I just don't feel comfortable anymore. Well, I'm gonna use my Dive Ball, which is gonna be for Greninja BREAK. And then I'm gonna play my Professor Juniper for 7. I simply need to evolve another Greninja so far. And there is finally Super Rod. Okay, I wish I had one more Frogadier to play, but I didn't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's gonna be one John Water Shrieking, which is gonna go down to his active Genesect, and more than that, well, all I can do is pretty much a Moonlight Slash for like a 80, but that's it. So definitely this game I lost, so I drew very bad. And another energy, Professor Sycamore for 7. And there's also Fighting Fury Belt. So this is a rush in and retreat to another Genesect, and he can go for like a 180 easily. I'm gonna have my Greninja BREAK in hand, but that's just gonna be it. Well, the problem was that Float Stone on that KLDO. If I can somehow get rid of that Float Stone, well, that would change things a little bit. But since I can't, the game is definitely over. Yes! And down to 1, and basically I don't even need to do anything. I can just water duplicate. I wish I had one more prize card here. If there was one more prize card for me, well, then the things would change dramatically. Also, I shouldn't play the Starling Megaphone. I don't know why I actually played that Starling Megaphone. That Starling Megaphone was a huge mistake that actually cost me a game here, so that was a very bad mistake. If I didn't play that, and if I was able somehow right now to remove that Float Stone, well, then I would probably win this game. Okay, so let's call the heads. And the game number 3 is about to go, so hopefully this time, with more luck, okay, so no basic Pokemon for me. Let's take a look at 7 new cards. I'm looking forward to start definitely with my Talonflame. Talonflame and Staryu with Level Ball, for example, is not that bad. Okay, Talonflame is here, no energy, but I'm kind of happy with opening hand because I have Muscle Band and Town Map, so I can keep that. Alright. So, this is gonna be one fast Dive Ball for one Froakie. I have 3 Frogadiers, 3 Greninjas, that's fine. But I have Town Map, so I don't need to worry too much what I have and what I don't have in my deck. Alright, so one Froakie, one Professor Juniper for 7. I hate that Landorus, that's for sure. More than that, it's gonna be a Level Ball for Staryu. I'm taking a huge risk here, basically, but hopefully it's gonna be fine. I can even retreat and try to bubble him, but to be honest, I'm not that crazy. I am crazy, but I'm not that crazy. Oh, so just a regular fighting energy in hand. Interesting. Oh, but there was, for example, a muscle band. So 30 to Talonflame, 30 to Froakie, and very nice top deck, which is a Splash Energy. So I'm looking forward to discard some resources here. And after that, I'm gonna play my Startling Megaphone, then I'm gonna go with my Splash Energy attachment and one Juniper for 7, so hopefully I can find Frogadier. There is no Frogadier, but for example there is Starmie and one Rough Seas. And a Level Ball for Frogadier, so that's just perfect. And most importantly is that I can retreat, heal damage, use my water duplicate. For next turn I can Dive Ball and evolve my Greninja. I can also use my Starmie, so I have a couple different options to do here. So let's go with that water duplicate for 2 more Frogadiers. For now, I'm more than happy. Okay, so Verbank City Gym is another stadium for my opponent, and unfortunately for me, if he managed to find Verbank with the Hypnotoxic Laser, and if my Frogadier will be knocked down from the poison, it will go directly to my disco pile, not into my hand. That's very scary. So Muscle Band, and that's already 70 damage with the Hammerhead, and 30 will probably go to one of my Frogadiers. But luckily another Rough Seas in my hand, so I can just easily remove that damage. What do I need here? I just need one copy of my Muscle Band, and then I can go for like 100 times 2 for the weakness. So that's gonna be 200, but for now I simply can't do that. But what I can do is to use my Moonlight Slash for 160. Next turn I can just grab my Greninja Break and use my John Water Shuriken and knock out his Landorus, and then he will be without attacker. So probably if he can find energy, he will definitely go with that Land Judgment. Okay, so as expected, 210. All energy discarded, but he didn't have another option. I mean, I can even go with my Talonflame here, which is also not a bad option. Oh, what a nice top deck. What a nice top deck. So I'm gonna just play my John Water Shuriken, which is gonna be enough to knock out his Landorus. Then I'm gonna take 2 prize cards, and since I can see my prize cards, I'm gonna grab Froakie and I'm gonna grab my another Frogadier. I can put my Froakie on the bench, and I can go with my Space Beacon, discarding my Frogadier, getting 2 energies, and knocking out one of his other Pokemons for 1 more prize card. So definitely Space Beacon right now making very good job. So 2 more energies, and let's just go with the Moonlight Slash for 80. And I'm leaving him with just a single Zubat in play, so basically if there's not going to be another basic Pokemon next turn, I think that the game is pretty much over. Okay, so Landorus is back, so this is gonna be one Hammerhead, 50-30. Do I have energies in my discard pile? Just a single one. So I'm gonna use my John Water Shuriken, put 6 damage counters to his Landorus. After that, I'm gonna play one of my Dive Balls, and just grab Froakie. Well, that's just very disappointing for me. After that, I'm gonna use my Space Beacon, discarding my Lysandre, helping also here a little bit to my opponent, but at least I have energy card, and I can end. So ending down to 3, and there's Fisherman and 2 VA Seekers. Okay, not that bad. And of course I'm gonna use my Moonlight Slash. It's gonna be enough for the knockout, so 160, and 60 from before for 2 more energies. I don't need that Talonflame. So I'm down to 1 prize, and all I really need here is to knock out his either way Golbat or even Crobat, or just Water Shuriken, actually John Water Shuriken, he's Zubat. But first I need to survive, because right now he's going to be able to sneaky bite, actually for a surprise bite for 30. He can also skill dive for 30, and if there's going to be 1 more Golbat, I'm going to be knocked out. So, oh, okay. Okay, so there's going to be 20 more damage from that Golbat, surprise bite, and still Landorus needs to appear, and also N needs to be played here, but then I can just use my Air Blitz, so I'm still going to be in play. VA Seeker for N, oh no, for Professor Sycamore. Yeah, because he's down to 4 cards, so he definitely needs to get that Landorus and energy card. Well, there is Zygarde, even versed. Okay. Will there be land pulls? Oh no, you gotta be kidding me. No land pulls, so that's a GG. Well, really it is. All I really need to do is use my John Water Shuriken down to his Zubat, and the game is over. So he was not able to find that energy, and unfortunately without energy, no knockup to my Greninja Break, so the game is over. And I actually had a lot of luck here. So I hope you guys enjoy watching this video. Definitely don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more future videos. I hope you like this Starmie as a techy and expanded version of Greninja Break. It's definitely good. I see a lot of potential in this deck, so you should definitely try this out. It's very good. It's very good, so this Starmie will actually help you a lot. So also don't forget to subscribe, like this video, share this video, and comment this video to enter the giveaway for that Salamence EX card in Pokemon TCG. So till the next time, have a nice day, and goodbye.